Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim. Welcome back to Uncommonkim. So, it is time for my first TBR of 2024, which is mental. It's absolutely mental. But this year I am returning the TBR jar. I have updated it. We have new prompts. We have new books. So it's all updated. And I'm excited. But I have decided, because I'm a bit of a pain in the backside when it comes to actually finishing these TBRs. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 6 books today, and every time I do not complete that TBR for the month, I will add on a book. So we're going to start at 6. I didn't finish December's TBR, so that's why it's 6, because usually I do 5. So that's why it's 6. And then, yeah, if I don't finish my January TBR before February, in February's TBR video, we will do 7, and it will just keep going and going. Obviously, if it gets a bit ridiculous, I'll probably just stop doing it, but we'll just see how it goes. But yes, TBR jar is back. So if you didn't know, every single book I own is inside this jar. I also have a variety of prompts, and there's just a whole ball game. The past couple of months have been mainly just due to the fact that I've been trying to complete my TBR by the trying to complete my Goodreads goal by the end of the year. So the past 2 months has been 15 books on each TBR. I have read quite a lot in December. I think I'm on like book 13 or something, which is great. I've done really well, but half of them aren't on my TBR. I've just kind of read what I wanted to. So whatever. But yes, so let's get on with the first pick. I haven't really got anything. Well, I have a couple of books that I really want to get to in January, but otherwise there's nothing massive that I want to read. So number 1 is, ooh, okay, if that's gonna focus. Will it focus? A book with a 1-word title. Okay, I'm going to have a look and I will be back. Okay, so the book I have gone for is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the 3rd and final book in the Illuminae series. I read Illuminae and Gemini about 2-3 years ago, and I loved it, especially Gemini. Gemini was amazing, 5-star read. I've just never gotten around to Obsidio, and I really want to. So yeah, I think this is a good one to get on here. It's quite a quick read, just due for the fact that it's basically like multimedia. There's like different CCTV footage, and images and text messages, emails, other things. Like, it's just an amazing book, and I'm really excited to read it finally. And it also is one of my books for 24 books to read in 2024, so it'd be great to get this done. But yes, it's a sci-fi, mainly based in space. I don't want to say much more. This is a really good series to get into if you want to get into sci-fi. This is a good series to start with. But yeah, I just think I've put Obsidio off enough now, and it is just time to read it. So this is book number 1. Book number 2. Oh god, I've picked up loads. I've got my hand on one though. This one. Ooh, this is good. This is what we want. So here we have, is it gonna focus? You gonna focus? No, you're just not feeling it today, camera. Mood read. Okay, I think I have an idea for this book. Give me 2 seconds. So for mood read, I've gone for ACOTAR. So I have obviously read ACOTAR before. This is a reread. But the reason I'm putting this on this TBR is because, if you don't know, Crescent City 3 is coming out at the end of January. And I want to finish my Sarah J Maas reread by the time we get to the end of the month. So that means I have Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash, all of the ACOTARs, and the 2 Crescent City to read this month. But I do think, obviously because it's a reread and it's one of my favourite series, it will hopefully fly for it. So I'm going to put ACOTAR on here as a mood read because I really want to read it. Ready for Crescent City 3. I can read the synopsis for you because this is book 1. So, Feyre is a huntress. She thinks nothing of slaughtering a wolf to capture its prey, but like all mortals, she fears what lingers mercilessly beyond the forest, and she will learn that taking the life of a magical creature comes at a high price. Imprisoned in an enchanted court in her enemy's kingdom, Feyre is free to roam but forbidden to escape. Her captor's body bears the scars of fighting, and his face is always masked. But his piercing stare draws her ever closer, as Feyre's feelings for Tamlin begin to burn through every warning she's been told about his kind. An ancient wicked shadow grows. Feyre must find a way to break a spell or lose her heart forever. Sorry, I'm just laughing because she said Tamlin. If you know, you know. Let's just say that. But yes. So this is the second book, which is mood read. Tamlin. Right. Can't stop laughing at Tamlin. Book number 3. Oh, I've got 2. Let's go for that one. Book number 3. Oh, Christ. Is a book with a pink cover. I will be back in a second. Okay. Oh, Jesus. So, for a book with a pink cover, it's not fully pink, but it's a Court of Wings and Ruin. And I thought I'd grab the actual pink book instead of the blue one. But yeah, it has pink on the cover, so I'm saying that counts. And this is book 3 in the ACOTAR series. And obviously I've just spoken about ACOTAR and I want to do a reread. So this is book 3. This puts me on the road to my Crescent City 3 preparation. So yes, I'm going to go for A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is book 3 in ACOTAR, for that prompt. Prompt number 4. What's this? Oh, we've got it, we've got it, we've got it. So this is just working in my favour, you know. Is this going to focus? Probably not. Just thinking about it. This is so annoying. Honestly, sometimes I hate this camera. Can you read that? It says treat your shelf, but it doesn't want to focus. Okay, so treat your shelf basically means I can treat myself to a book and read said book. So I'm trying to think. I've got a couple of pre-orders that are coming out, but honestly there's nothing that's like screaming at me right now. So I'm just going to keep this to one side and I'll have a think about it, because I don't know. 5, we have no. Oh god, okay. We have, if it will focus. Come on. A Soul of Ash and Blood. Oh, Kajibus. So book number 5, we have A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book is massive. So this is the second to last book in the From Blood and Ash series. And I'm not ready to say goodbye to these goddamn characters. I'm not ready. So, if you don't know what From Blood and Ash is, it is a high fantasy, smart series by Jennifer R. Armentrout. I'll read you the synopsis of From Blood and Ash, which is: a maiden, chosen from birth to usher in a new era. Poppy's life has never been her own. The life of a maiden is solitary. Never to be touched, never to be looked upon, never to be spoken to, never to experience pleasure. Waiting for the day of her ascension, she would rather be with the guards, fighting back the evil that took her family, than preparing to be found worthy by the gods. But the choice has never been hers, a duty. The entire kingdom future rests on Poppy's shoulders, something she's not even quite sure she wants for herself. Because a maiden has a heart, and a soul, and a longing, and herself. Because, and when Hawk, a golden-eyed guard on a band to ensure her ascension, enters her life, destiny and duty become tangled with desire and need. He incites her anger, makes her question everything she believes in, and tempts her with the forbidden. A kingdom forsaken by the gods and featured by mortals, a fallen kingdom is rising once more. Determined to take back what they believe is theirs through violence and vengeance, and as the shadows of those cursed draws closer, the line between what is forbidden and what is right becomes blurred. Poppy is not only on the verge of losing her heart and being found unworthy by the gods, but also her life, when every blood-soaked thread that holds her world together begins. I thought there was more, because it says read more and I'm pressing it and nothing's happening. But yes, that's what the From Blood and Ash series is about. And this is book 5. And I believe this is like the last one in Poppy's perspective, because I think the next one is in Hawk's perspective, which I'm not ready for. I'm not ready to know what's going to happen in this book. But the TBR jar has chosen it. So read it we shall. Yeah, because I think I remember doing a video talking about this book. And somebody told me that this is the last one in Poppy's perspective, but not the last one altogether. There is like one more, but it's in Hawk's perspective, which I'm not ready for that. So yes, this is book number 5. I'm feeling really sad about it. I'm not ready. Okay, and book number 6, which hopefully is the final book for today. Oh, we're going for this one. And this one is... ooh, manga or graphic novel. I quite like a manga or a graphic novel. If it will focus, of course. Well, you're just going to have to believe me. It doesn't want to focus, but I know what I'm going to go for. Let me just volume 4 of Fullmetal Alchemist. My aim for 2024 is to finish the Fullmetal Alchemist manga. I own 7 of these, and I believe there's 16. But my aim is to read the entire series this year. So literally I basically just need to do one a month, roughly, possibly two. And yeah, so I'm going to carry on with volume 4. And basically, if you don't know what Fullmetal Alchemist is about, it's about two brothers who try using alchemy to bring back their mother from the dead. This doesn't work, and in doing that, he sadly, Ed loses his arm and leg, and Alphonse loses his entire body, and his soul then has to be put into a metal suit of armour in order to basically still live. And then they have these lovely adventures to try and figure out how to get their bodies back. And it's an entire manga series. It has its own anime adaptation, which is phenomenal. I love Fullmetal Alchemist with all my heart. It is one of my favourite series ever. It is just so heartwarming, so lovely, and the characters are so lovable. And yeah, I just can't fault them in the slightest. They are my faves. And do you know what? I've just had a thought. Treat yourself. I'm going to buy Spy Family Volume 2. So I read Spy Family Volume 1. Was it this month or last month? I can't remember. And I loved it. It was really good, really funny. So I really would love to get Volume 2 and read Volume 2 in January as well. So the synopsis is: Master Spy Twilight is unparalleled when it comes to going undercover on dangerous missions for the betterment of the world. But when he receives the ultimate assignment to get married and have a kid, he may finally be in over his head. Not one to depend on others, Twilight has his work cut out for him, procuring both a wife and a child for his mission to infiltrate an elite private school. What he doesn't know is that the wife he's chosen is an assassin and the child he's adopted is a telepath. But this is such a good manga series. If you haven't read it, I 100% recommend. I'm planning to read more and then I want to watch it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for my treat myself, is get the Spy Family Volume 2. Maybe Volume 3 as well. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. It's Christmas. But yeah, that, oh my god, is my January TBR. Obviously, like I've said, there are a few other books I want to get on here as well. So the other Akatar, and also the Crescent City books I want to read in January. So there are a few others that I will be reading also, but these are my main books to be reading. So you have A Court of Wings and Ruin, Obsidio, A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Soul of Ash and Blood, and Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 4. And I'm really, really excited to read all of these, to be totally honest. So hopefully this will be a good reading month. But yeah, I hope you all have amazing Christmas and you all have a lovely new year, and I will see you all in 2024. See you later.